Hey guys, what's up? We have the third video detailing the Duel Links limited edition box, and this time we are covering the red. First card is Aptus Clown. This is a Dark Fiend level 4 with 1350 attack and 1400 defense, and its effect is, when this card is changed from defense position to attack position, return one monster on your opponent's side of the field to the owner's hand. This can make your opponent return one of their monsters in a defensive deck. This can get rid of their threatening tribute monsters that took time to see. Clown is an Earth Warrior level 3 with 1200 attack and 900 defense, and its effect is, when this card is changed from attack position to defense position, destroy one monster on your opponent's side of the field. This has a destruction effect, but requires you to run battle change effects such as the continuous trap card Labyrinth of Nightmare. Makunga is an Earth Rock level 2 with 600 attack and 300 defense, and its effect is, this card gains 300 attack and defense for each card in your hand. This is not worth running, as unless you keep your hand full, then it becomes weakened very quickly. At most, this can be a 2700 attack, assuming for 6 cards in hand, but more likely you will reach probably 1500 attack. White Elephant's Gift is a normal spell card that says, send one face-up non-effect monster you control to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. This is a draw card and can be useful for certain decks, such as Gem Knights, that rely on their normal monster. Sunger of the Thunder is a light thunder level 7 with 2600 attack and 2200 defense, and its effect is, during damage calculation in your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, you can target the attacking monster, make that target's attack 0 during damage calculation only. This is a quick effect. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. This card can make an opponent's monster become 0 once, so you'll need to get rid of this through a card effect. That can be difficult at times to summon, except with this skill 3-star demotion effect that you receive from the Paradox Brothers. Jin is a Water Aqua level 7 with 2500 attack and 2400 defense, and its effect is, during damage calculation in your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, you can target the attacking monster, make that target's attack 0 during damage calculation only. This is a quick effect. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. This is the same effect as the other card, and is the second of the Elemental Guardians. Kassadin is a Wind Spellcaster level 7 with 2400 attack and 2200 defense, and its effect is, during damage calculation in your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, you can target the attacking monster, make that target's attack 0 during damage calculation only. This is a quick effect. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. This is the third of the Element Guardian. Desert Sunlight is a normal trap card that says, all monsters on your side of the field are changed to face up defense position. This can be good if your opponent swarms the field with monsters, and you need to make your field defensive to last within the turn. There's Counterblow is a continuous trap card that says, destroy any monster that inflicts battle damage to a player's life points by attacking directly. This can be used to discourage your opponent from attacking directly, and works well if you have a lot of piercing effects, as this means you do not need to direct attack. This Restraint Wave is a normal spell card that says, target one face-up equipped spell card you control, destroy the equipped spell card, and all face-down spell and trap cards your opponent controls. This is able to get rid of your opponent's face-down back row. However, by having to eliminate an equipped card, unless you are dealing with at least 2 face-downs, then this card is useless and situational. Light's Blessing is a ritual spell card that says, this card can be used to ritual summon any light ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels exactly equal the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. This can bring out any light attribute monsters, however it must meet the exact level requirements of the monster ritual summoned, as opposed to other ritual cards that can let you go over the required level. Possessed Dark Soul is a Dark Fiend level 3 with 1200 attack and 800 defense, and its effect is, you contribute this face-up card, take control of all face-up level 3 or lower monsters your opponent currently controls. This can steal your opponent's lower level monsters, which can be used as a tribute. Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu is a Fire Beast Warrior level 2 with 500 attack and 500 defense, and its effect is flip, add one equipped spell card from your deck to your hand. This is able to search for an equipped spell card. Skull Lair is a continuous trap card that says remove from play any number of monster cards in your graveyard to destroy one face-up monster on the field, whose level is equal to the number of cards you removed from play. This can destroy a face-up monster. However, the problem being to get rid of higher level monsters, you'll need to banish a lot of monsters in what is a limited deck space. Contract with the Abyss is a ritual spell card that says this card can be used to ritual summon any dark ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels exactly equal the level of the ritual monster you ritual summoned. This can bring out any dark monsters, but you need to tribute the exact level to bring out the ritual monster, which is less flexible than other ritual cards. Consider this to be the dark version of Sprite's Blood. Agent of Wisdom Mercury is a light fairy level 4 with 0 attack and 1700 defense, and its effect is, during your standby phase, if you controlled this face-up card and had no cards in your hand, at the end of the opponent's last end phase, draw one card. This card can add a draw with an empty hand. The Unhappy Girl is a light spellcaster level 2 with 400 attack and 300 defense, and its effect is, while this card is in face-up attack position on the field, this card is not destroyed as a result of battle. Damage calculation is applied normally. A monster that battled with this card cannot change its battle position, except with a card effect, or attack while this card is in face-up attack position on the field. This card is protected from battle destruction whilst in attack mode, but can force you to take a lot of damage, being very weak, but it can prevent your opponent from attacking with that specific monster. Different Dimension Gate is a continuous spell card that says activate this card by targeting one monster on each side of the field, banish those targets. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, return those banished monsters to the field in the same battle positions they were in. This card can let you get rid of a difficult monster, but replaces them when destroyed. Shrine of Mist Valley is a field spell card that says once per turn when a wind monster is destroyed by a card effect and sent to your graveyard except during the damage step, you can special summon one level 3 or lower wind monster from your hand or deck. Its effects are negated. This effect is not easily used as your opponent will be aware not to destroy using card effects and will focus more on battle destruction unless you force your own monsters destruct. That Wacky Magic is a normal spell card that says banish all spell cards from your graveyard, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls with defense less than or equal to the number of spell cards you banished times 300. This can get rid of limited threats, as you'll not have enough spells to remove anything more than a level 4 at. Gels of Dark Demise is a Water Fiend level 2 with 200 attack and 100 defense, and its effect is flip. Take control of one monster on your opponent's side of the field until the end of the turn that this card's effect is activated. When the controlled monster attacks, it can attack your opponent's life points directly. This can steal an opponent's monster and can attack directly, so if you can protect this and use the flip effect during your turn, this is best case scenario. Makunga is a water plant level 4 with 1700 attack and 500 defense, and its effect is you can banish 2 water monsters from your graveyard, special summon 1 Makunga token, plant type water level 2 with 700 attack and 700 defense in attack position. This can provide yourself with card advantage, which can be used for a tribute summon. It also has a usable attack stat, which when combined with a legendary ocean will become 1900 attack. Earth Chant is a normal spell card that says this card can be used to ritual summon any Earth ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels exactly equal the level of the ritual monster you ritual summoned. This is used to ritual summon an Earth monster, but you need exact levels to bring them. Crystal Seer is a water spellcaster effect monster level 1 with 100 attack and 100 defense, and its effect is flip, excavate the top 2 cards of your deck, add one of them to your hand, then place the other on the bottom of your deck. This can help you search for a card you specifically want. Security Orb is a normal trap card that says activate only when your opponent's monster declares an attack. Change the battle position of that monster. Well, when this face-down card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by the effect of a spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy one monster on the field. This is used to change an opponent's monster to defense, which can protect your life points and monsters, and if your opponent tries to destroy this, you can get rid of a monster with its effect. Beetle Bug Nest is a normal trap card that says send the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. This gets rid of part of your deck in an attempt for graveyard setup, but can get rid of some of your better cards at the same time. Plant Food Chain is a normal trap card that says target one plant type monster you control, equip this card to that target. It gains 500 attack. If this card is destroyed by a card effect while equipped, you can target one plant type monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. This can make your plant monster have 500 more points, and if they try to destroy this, you can bring back a plant monster. Tickle Marionette is a dark spellcaster level 5 with 2000 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is, each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card when that spell card resolves. This card gains 200 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove 2 spell counters from this card, then target one monster on the field. Destroy that target. This card can gain 200 attack for each time a spell is used by both yourself and your opponent, and can get rid of a monster by using up its spell counters. Dekoichi, the Battle Enchanted Locomotive, is a Dark Machine level 4 with 1400 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is flip, draw one card, then draw one additional card for each face-up Dekoichi, the frightening car you control. This card can let you draw a card, however you will likely not get the additional draw effects, so it's not worth running. Lightweight Grepher is a light warrior level 4 with 1700 attack and 1600 defense, and its effect is you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one level 5 or higher light monster. Once per turn, you can discard one light monster, banish one light monster from your deck. This card is able to summon itself to be used as a tribute, or to set up both your graveyard and banish zones. It has balanced stats, so is useful as a level 4. Attack the Moon is a continuous spell card that says, once per turn when the battle position of a rock-type monster you control is changed, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy that target. It's everyone's favourite card. It was used in the duel between Yamayugi and Mako Tsunami to defeat him. The back row destruction is decent as it can be used multiple times, and the Magnet Warrior cards have decent balanced stats between them, so they're more likely to survive. What Psychic Fighter is a light psychic level 3 with 1500 attack and 300 defense, and its effect is, when this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard, place it on either the top or the bottom of their deck. You can only use this effect of What Psychic Fighter once per turn. This card can make your opponent's next draw difficult by putting one of their weaker monsters on top, or putting their stronger monsters at the bottom to make it difficult to search. Ultimate Providence is a counter trap card that says when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, discard the same type of card, monster, spell or trap, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. By getting rid of the same card, you can negate and destroy them, but depends on how you configure your deck to how likely you will have the same type of card in your hand. Beast Rising is a continuous trap card that says, once per turn, you can remove from play one face-up beast type or beast warrior type monster you control to select one other face-up beast type or beast warrior type monster you control. The selected monster gains the original attack of the monster removed from play for this effect. This card can make one of your beasts more than 3000 attack, and this remains permanently, provided the monster obviously stays face up. Some beasts have effects that also work when they're banished. Red Dragon Ninja is a fire winged beast level 6 with 2400 attack and 1200 defense, and its effect is, When this card is summoned, you can banish one ninja or ninjutsu art card from your graveyard to target one set card your opponent controls, reveal that set card, then return it to either the top or bottom of the deck. Your opponent cannot activate the targeted card in response to this effect's activation. You can only use the effect of Red Dragon Ninja once per turn. This is able to get rid of one of your opponent's set cards, and they cannot respond to this effect. Assembly Line is a continuous spell card that says all machine-type monsters on the field gain 200 attack. Each time a face-up machine-type monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, place 2 junk counters on this card. You can send this card to the graveyard, then target one machine-type monster in your graveyard whose level is less than or equal to the number of junk counters that were on this card, special summon that target. This makes all your machines gain 200 attack, and when they are destroyed either by your opponent, or when you get rid of a machine from your opponent, you get 2 junk counters, which can be used to revive a monster up to the number of counters sent from this. Winged Tortoise is a winged aqua level 3 with 1500 attack and 1400 defense, and its effect is, when a face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua-type monster you control is banished, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. The banished monsters must be fish, sea serpent, or aqua type, even after being banished. This can be summoned from the hand when certain monsters are banished, so it can be used for field presence or as a tribute. Black Dragon Ninja is a dark dragon level 7 with 2800 attack and 1600 defense, and its effect is, cannot be special summoned except with the effect of a ninja monster or ninjutsu art card. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can send one ninja monster and one ninjutsu art card from your hand and or face up from your field to the graveyard, then target one monster on the field, banish it. If this face-up card leaves the field, special summon as many monsters banished by this card's effect as possible to their owner's fields. This card can banish your opponent's stronger monsters to make their field vulnerable on both turns, but you need to protect this card, as they can get returned when this card leaves the field. Premature Return is a normal trap card that says banish one card from your hand, then target one of your banished monsters, special summon it in face down defense position. This card can bring back one of your banished monsters. The final card is Sinister Serpent. This is a water reptile level 1 with 300 attack and 250 defense, and its effect is, during your standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can add it to your hand. Also banish one Sinister Serpent from your graveyard during your opponent's next end phase. You can only use this effect of Sinister Serpent once per turn. This card can recover itself for discard fodder, but requires a Sinister Serpent in the graveyard to begin with. What do you think of these cards? Which will you be adding to your decks, and which cards won't have any impact at all? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this. Some things will never change.